My name is Ifeoluwa Ogunjobi, and as usual, I am excited to welcome you to another amazing episode of Conversations with Ife Talks. I'm always excited when I come here to talk. I like to talk. I like to gist, right? But good talk, intelligent talk that would yield good value, right? And I'm really excited. I want to first thank you all for always liking, for sharing, for your comments, for subscribing. Your girl is grateful. Thank you so much. For the past 2 weeks, we've talked about anger, right? And I'm trying to just do a progression. So today, we're going to be talking about, what do you think? Yes, you guessed right, forgiveness. So I know that I've said that anger is an emotion. Everybody gets angry. You get angry with people, you get angry at situations, events, and all that. But I think it's very important for us to talk about the other end of anger, which is forgiveness. And as easy as I'm saying forgiveness is not a very easy thing. As a matter of fact, depending on the gravity of the offense, forgiveness gets harder, right? And depending on how close that person is to you, forgiveness gets harder. For example, if you're walking and then someone just steps on your feet, a random person, you don't know the person, oh, I'm sorry, no problem, no worries. But if it's someone that is really close to you, that as maybe the person knows that your leg is hurting or something going on with you and they step on you, and to pain you deeper, that's wrong with you. But you know that makes it even harder, right? So I always say that forgiveness is letting go of an offense, releasing people from your heart, right? So that you can just live an easier life. But remember I said forgiveness is not as easy as I'm making it sound. Forgiveness can be really hard. And some of the reasons why forgiveness is hard is because sometimes it looks like if I keep forgiving this person, they'll take me for granted. So you don't want to seem like a weak person. People will just be taking advantage of you. So I'm not going to forgive, right? Sometimes it feels like if you forgive people, you have given them an opportunity to do that again. So let me just lock this person up here so that you will not have the opportunity to annoy me again. That's another reason why forgiveness can be very hard, right? Another reason why forgiveness can be hard is because you think that when you forgive, it excuses that behavior. It means that because I'm forgiving you, then it means that what you did was right. Another reason it can be hard is because you think that if you're forgiving, it excuses justice, right? There won't be justice will not be served to the person, and that's why forgiveness can be hard. Something I read online, which is very, very important, is unforgiveness is like drinking poison and expecting that it's the other person that will die. It sounds very funny, but it's so true, because if you keep people in unforgiveness, you're actually the one that is being hurt, you're the one that is being angered. Tell that person, maybe they're living their life, doing their thing and all that, right? And what are the effects of unforgiveness? Every time that person's name is mentioned, it triggers something in you. You would always be angry. Do you also know that unforgiveness can lead to depression? As in, you are so angry that it now becomes depression. Do you also know that unforgiveness can affect the mental state of somebody? Like, it just affects your mental health. It changes your entire mood. You just become a negative person. You become a bitter person. Unforgiveness is a poison that eats very slowly into the hearts of people. And if you are not careful, it can be something very bad. What forgiveness is not? Forgiveness is not forgetting. The fact that I've forgiven you of what you have done to me doesn't mean that I've forgotten. And that doesn't mean that we might continue to remain close, depending on what has happened. So forgiveness is not an automatic short-term memory or memory loss. Just note that. So it doesn't mean that we will continue that level of friendship, right? Forgiveness is not an emotion. Today I feel like forgiving you. It's like love. It's an intentional act. I choose to forgive you. I choose to love you. So it's not a feeling, because sometimes you forgive even when you don't feel like, but because you understand the adverse effect of unforgiveness, that's why you will choose forgiveness. Now, forgiveness is also not a ticket to continuing bad behavior, especially on the part of the person that has wronged you. It's very, very important that you know this. And forgiveness does not mean that the person has even asked for your forgiveness. Do you know that you can forgive people even when they have not apologized, because you understand how important it is to forgive for your own sake, for your own mental health. So you have not apologized to me, you're still doing whatever you're doing, but because I know that I need to be sane, I don't want to be a bitter person, I don't want to be carrying fears, I don't want to carry negative energy and all that. I understand the importance of forgiveness, so I quickly forgive you. So it's very important that we understand these things. And as I'm saying all these things, they're sounding very sweet. It's not easy, oh. Let's just note that forgiveness is not a walk in the park. But if you've listened to everything I have said, if you've listened to the adverse effects of forgiveness and the things that it can cause in your life and in my life, I would rather choose to forgive. I know that forgiveness is hard. I know that forgiveness is not easy. Like I said, depending on what the person has done to you, I know. But if you would allow me or indulge me today, let me just say to you that it doesn't matter what has been done to you. Choose forgiveness. I'm not saying you should forget. I'm not saying you should be best friends with the person again. I'm not saying you should bring them back into your circle or into your corner. But for the sake of your own peace, your own joy, so that when you see them, you're not angry. I think you're so angry that you can't even stay in the same space with them. You see them like this, you're boiling, you're swelling. It's like a poison that is eating you and killing you slowly. So would you rather be selfish to yourself, choose to forgive, let go, let God, and just enjoy your life and be happy? I know that there's so many things that I can say about forgiveness, but I don't have all that time. But I hope you have gotten something very, very important and key today, that you will choose forgiveness, because it's a better option. It's an easier option. It's the best option. Unforgiveness is like a poison, and I don't want to lose it. I don't want to die. Even me, I don't want to die, right? So choose forgiveness. Let's do this forgiveness journey together, all right? So thank you again for listening to my TED Talk, for listening to Conversation with Ife Talks. Remember to like, to share, to subscribe. Share with someone that you feel like needs to hear this. Right, share with them, and I'll see you again next week. All right, bye for now.